This afternoon at a press conference in New York City, Mayor Michael Bloomberg revealed some alarming news about the Boston bombers. Let's take a look.
We now know that that possibility was, in fact, all too real. Last night, we were informed by the FBI that the surviving attacker revealed that New York City was next on their list of targets. He told the FBI apparently that he and his brother had intended to drive to New York and designate additional explosives in Times Square. They had built these additional explosives, and we know they had the capacity to carry out the attacks. If, God forbid, they had arrived in New York City and gone to Times Square, one thing for sure, they would have seen an enormous police presence. But they would not have seen extensive networks of cameras that are part of our security initiative and which can help police identify suspicious movements, such as packages left unintended on the streets.
I'm not surprised to the extent that New York is always a number one target when these events occur. Thankfully, New York is prepared because of all the past experience, unfortunately, that we've gone through. But it is still shocking that these guys already caused a massive devastation in Boston. That wasn't enough for them. They had still planned, even right immediately after that, to come down to New York and wreak more havoc. It's just astounding that that these guys who seem like regular people in their daily lives, young kids, would have these kind of things planned out and start executing on them. We were very lucky that they weren't able to come down to New York and do more devastation. But New York is pretty set in terms of security compared to most cities, so it probably would not have been as easy in some regards.
Yeah. And what else was revealed in this press conference? I remember hearing that this move towards New York was a spontaneous thought as they were fleeing the scene of, another crime.
I think that what I had heard is that the 19-year-old had relayed to law enforcement who were speaking with him up there, and also that there was corroboration because supposedly he was overheard talking to the older brother about this in the Mercedes when the gentleman there was carjacked, and he repeated that to law enforcement as well. So the story apparently is that they were planning on taking the Mercedes and coming down to New York with additional detonating devices and to essentially detonate them in Times Square to cause more havoc and death.